All right. As I'm doing a little bit of things before work, I just got done with the run with my daughter and all that good stuff. Going into work early to help them, not because I need the money. I'm pretty good with the money right now. But that's one mindset I have is my abundance is here. I don't need the money, even though I kind of do. See, this is why it's kind of tricky and hard to understand these concepts and these mechanics. Because in one way, we're still in the old world, and in another way, you're trying to get to a new world of living, which means you have to kind of overview and go through everything, not only your past lives and all these further advancements you're going to have to do when you get further into understanding your energy. But for now, setting off the jump off is, understand the energy that you can control from within. With that, I mean, everything I've learned, I had to reanalyze and go over and compare it to everything I'm learning now. And then I apply that to the universe to see how the universe treats me. See, that means I get good luck or whatever instead of bad things or whatever, just mishaps and stuff happening back to back. But like today was a good example. I was just thinking about, how like when you're really busy and like you really need to get things done and you're like pressed for time and stuff happens where people just like cut you off, or you need to cross the road, or you're driving and there's slow drivers and you're just like, what the fuck? And you start thinking all these things, or even you start flipping the bird. If we're really biochemical computers and all of our components of our body can manipulate energy, and if your middle finger is fire, essentially you're throwing out that fire to it. But what I came to realize today is like, my freaking, since I've been practicing this for a minute, my ability to just let shit slide is really easy right now. Like, I am still kind of pressed for time, even though I'm going in early. But I want to get there by 3. But if I don't, I don't. I don't work until 5. But anyways, at the same time, while I'm trying to do this, people are trying to rush and cut me in Walmart in the lines and everything. And I was like, no, go ahead. I let a lady get ahead of me. I was like, you got all this stuff. I only have 2 items. It's all good. So I'm not really letting stuff slide. What I'm doing is I'm withholding my energy. I'm not thinking those thoughts of negativity. I'm not wishing bad upon anyone, especially if it comes to people and just random people around me that I see where I used to judge. I'll be like, yo, you're not eating right, or blah, 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 you're ugly, or this girl is fine. Like, I don't even try to think about stuff like that. The only thing I'm thinking about is just sending you love, sending you some energy. Hope your day is going good. These are things I think in my brain or in my inner voice. So when it comes to letting stuff slide, I'm not letting anything slide. I am just allowing my vibration to attract the abundance and the love that I have, that I am giving out. See, the way we think, the way we speak, and our intentions, it has a feedback in the way that our consciousness reacts or works with the fabric of matter and mass as it arises. So you start doing these things little by little, it gets easier because of the way your body works. The neocortex to the limbic brain to the cerebellum. Basically, that means thinking, doing, then being. And how that works is you're thinking these thoughts, and as you're old, like if you're older, like I won't call it older. If you're my age, then you've been programmed biochemically in your body to react a certain way, or to be going to the drink or whatever because shit went wrong or went south, or because you feel like the best way to celebrate is to have these drinks, or the best way to eat is to have these foods that literally like meat and all these things. They're literally just exciting your dopamine levels in your brain. It's pretty much a drug, you know what I mean? But as so, it's not just the thought, it's the way your body is biochemically stated. It has these chemical bonds and they send signals to your brain and they get you to react. And it's your job to work against that, or work with it, I should say. Understand why it's there and then take the necessary steps to change it. So essentially, the more and more you do that, the more and more you break those bonds, and then you create new ones, and then you create new synaptic connections in your brain. So right now, when you're on those negative ones, you're not fully using the brain to the utmost capacity it could be. Rather, it's just kind of like barely working. But when you start doing these higher levels of consciousness movements, you create more and more connections within your brain. So, you know, I ain't letting it slide. I'm just getting mine, you know what I mean? Just some wisdom for that ass, you feel me?